So we're gonna make t-shirt toys. We should have about 4 different toys out of 1 t-shirt. So we're gonna kind of start off with some of the easiest ones. What I'm gonna have you do is kind of cut up a whole bunch of different parts, and then we'll make some of the easier ones, and then we'll do the rope toy at the end. So the first thing you're gonna do, you're going to cut straight across from like armpit to armpit. Set this apart for right now. The second cut I want you to do is you're actually going to cut off the sleeves. So stay on the inside of the seam, on the inside of the gown. Those 2 sleeves are going to be one, so we're going to put those together and then put those off to the side. Next one we're going to have you do is open this up, and then what I'm going to have you do is cut, doesn't really matter if it's the front or back, I like taking the back one off, so you're just going to cut on this side of the seam. So it'll have 3 dog toys and then 1 cat toy. This is going to be our cat toy, so we're going to set that off to the side. This will be our first toy. So what you do with this piece right here is you're just going to kind of roll it up, just like this, and then we're going to tie knots on either end. So it's kind of like a little doggy rope toy. Little doggy rope toy, since this is a small shirt. For the pups. Just like that, right? Side. If you have like a really big one, you can actually do like 3 knots in there. I like it because it's rolled up, so you can actually kind of unfurl it and stick a treat in there and then roll it back up, and then the dogs have to try and get it out. Most of the time they just chew on it and pull on it, and you can play tug of war with it, but that's pretty good. So like I said, you can actually open that up, hide a treat inside, and then roll it back up, and the dog can smell it, and so they have to figure out how to get it unwound. So there's toy number 1 right there. The second easiest toy is going to be this one here. So what I'm going to have you do is put one of those on each of your wrists. Doesn't matter how This is my favorite one because it's almost like magic. So, okay, so take your right hand, grab the left sleeve. With your left hand, grab the right sleeve, and pull them through. Tug toy. Super easy. I like that one too. That one's really good, like tug toy. So the dog will grab on one side. You actually have a handle to play tug of war until the seams finally get out. So like it's just a nice, simple little toy, but they really like that one. So 2 toys down. All right. Next one we're going to do is the cat toy. And this is kind of like one of the little door hanger ones. So the neck of the shirt actually goes on the door handle, and we're gonna have a whole bunch of like little stringy bits that the cats can swat at. This is gonna be kind of tiring because you have a lot of cutting to do, but basically what you'll do is just cut strips straight up this way, not all the way through, but just so that you have little dangly bits. Yep. I find that if you do them about like 1 inch wide, they tend to do pretty well. Anything thinner than that, and then they tend to like pull and snap. And so once you have these, like if it's the like nice t-shirt material, you can kind of pull on them a little bit and they'll kind of string up and curl up a little bit. So that's always nice and fun. If you have leftover beads or bells or anything like that, you can tie those on. I have had little bottle caps that I'll poke a hole through and put them in there, and that way it makes a whole bunch of noise, but you just hang that up on the door frame and the cats will swat at it. And we hang those in the kennels. Alright, so this is the last one. This is going to be the hardest part, the most, I guess, work intensive one. So what we're going to do with this shirt, we're actually going to cut 4 strips. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, and then the last one there. So there's a couple different ways you can do that. The scissors aren't that great, so you can probably cut it in half all the way, and then I can probably do the second half. Sometimes if you have really good scissors that are really sharp, you can kind of fold it in half, and it's just a little bit less that you have to go through. There are our 4 strips that we're going to turn into a dog toy. So now that we have those, they're kind of like big loops right now, like that. So we want to turn them into strips. So all we're going to do is just cut on one side, like that, and end up with a nice big strip. Have you ever made like those friendship bracelets or keychains out of the craft place before? So that's kind of the same idea what we're doing here. So all I'm doing, I'm kind of stretching these out so we get like nice long, kind of ropey looking ones. There we go. All stretched out. And gather up the ends. Just tie a knot. This is the easiest way to get that started. Knot at the end there. And starting this is always kind of hard. So I'll go ahead and start it for you, and then let you continue on it. So we got all 4 of these spread out in each direction. We're going to put our finger here and fold this one up to the top. We're going to put our finger at the top and fold it down here. So I kind of have this like almost like a backwards end sort of look right here. Now I'm going to use those loops to work with these ones. Yeah, so I'm going to kind of weave them in. So now we're going to go to this side. I'm going to fold it over. I'm going to go over the first like tail end of this one and into the loop here. Okay. And then we're going to do the same thing, but kind of mirror image on this one. So on this one, we're going to go over the tail and in through the loop. Okay. So now you have kind of this like weird square knot sort of thing. Now we're going to start doing is pulling on opposite ends. It's going to look kind of weird, but if you pull on all those tails, it'll start to tighten down. There we go. That's what we're looking for. So now you kind of have this almost like a little square knot sort of thing, because you can kind of see like little squares as it comes together, and it's like one big one. So now we're going to work using that square. So kind of the same pattern that we did before, but you're just going to go like back across this one, so instead of like rotating around. So we'll bring this one up and over, and it kind of follows along that side. Does that make sense? And then we're going to go to the right and do the same thing. So I've got this one going along that side of the square. We're going to bring this one across that side of the square. And we'll move counterclockwise. Do the same thing here. And then this is the last one. So this one is going to go over this last tail and in through the loop.
And that last one is the only one that goes through.
Yeah, that last one is the only one that gets tucked in, and then we start tightening it down. So it's going to be the same type of square, and so you can kind of use that as long as you see that square, you know that you've done right, and then you can move on to the next one. Does that make sense?
Yes.
I know it's kind of an odd thing to explain. There are a lot of tutorials online that do a better job, like in pictures, that are a lot easier to follow. But like I said, starting it is always the hardest part. I'm going to let you try it out. All right. And sometimes I think it's easier if you're sitting down and you keep like the rope that you're building in between your knees, and then you can spread the stringy bits over your lap, and it's a lot easier to kind of follow it that way.